A first carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Lance now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 11. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Rolling to his right.
Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Boswell good with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time, and I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now the Packers electing to go for 2 here. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know that's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
On play action, Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The option to give to Taylor here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Off the option, here's Taylor. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Lance and company going on 4th down. Rolling to his left. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Denzel Mims with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a handoff looking right. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. The CD, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Lance going to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A little do-it-yourself run right there. A nice game.
I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Flushed out right. Now the ball comes loose. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Lance.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That is caught by Mims.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the handoff, Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Remaining in this first half of football. This play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. On his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers have retaken the lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Being chased out left. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing on first down is Lance. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Lance now on first down.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a handoff as they run left side. Broken tackle. Bulldozes past him.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So up comes the Packer offense as they will again go for 2. They'll try to run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down. Out at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as he'll come up on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Got a man. It's Mims.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Lance looking to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by the rookie Eric Stokes.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
182 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
The option to give to Taylor here.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency. They've got to get Clowney in and out of the huddle. That's what plays.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And finally he's taken down at the 18. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. Oh, there's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Now Lance on the option right.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Flush to his right, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now play fake. Lance. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Lance now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Mims.
And they'll get this down to the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now we give to Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dawson Knox, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Thanks to the score, Panthers 41, Steelers 31.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. On first down, Lance. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run here with Taylor. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. To throw, it's Lance. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Fake the handoff, now Lance.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Jeremy Chin drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Once again now the Packers going for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go.
Lance. Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
It's a pickup of 12 and also the 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. Runs over it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking downfield for Jones.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jackson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
These guys are running. Like you drive, the pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Now Crosby for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Lance to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
One final try now for Lance.
Buying time to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Packers come up with a late turnover. But it'll probably only matter to the statisticians as this ballgame is now officially over.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all